What's up guys, and welcome to another episode of Swiss Tuned. Today it's all about transmission and drivetrain. Stay tuned. So last time we got everything in the engine bay disconnected and ready to go. So what I need to do today is jump under the car and start working on the transmission. Okay, so the exhaust is out right now, and that thing was so rusted, I've never seen anything like it. I mean, look at the bolts. It's horrible. It took me forever to get them out of the bushings. So now that the exhaust is out of the way, I have direct access to the drive shaft. So I will go ahead and remove this, and then I will do the O2 sensor up here, and I will leave the downpipe attached to the engine, because there are so many heat shields up there by the turbo that I'm scared of breaking because they're so rusted. So I will leave those on there and pull everything as one unit. The drive shaft is out, it's sitting on the floor, and I was wrong. If you leave everything on the car, the exhaust and the transmission, then you don't have to remove this O2 sensor, because it routes up here and then all the way up there where I already disconnected it from the main harness. So this will all come out together. That's it. Now all that's left regarding the transmission is the shifter, which is right here. But I need to go inside of the car to disconnect it, and I will leave all of this attached and simply drop it from the top. Make it last forever. Stop in time. Yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight. Okay, so now I'm doing the shifter assembly, and I want to show you guys this in detail, because if you're doing a short shifter swap or any type of shifter assembly, you need to go through this process. So let me show you exactly how it's done. First, you remove the knob, which just unscrews, and then on the STIs you have the rear locking mechanism, which to undo it you need to pop out the little pin in here, which I did with an Allen key of the same size. I just pushed it through and then pulled it on the other side. So then you remove this. There's a spring. Don't forget the spring that's in there. And then once that's out, it leaves you with this. So at this point, all you need to do is pull the boot out of the groove that's in here and just remove this plastic piece. So all that's left now is the shifter, and to remove it you have to take out the 4 bolts right here, and that lets you remove the rubber boot that's underneath. So in my case I'm just going to remove these 4 bolts, take out the metal plate, and then the entire assembly with the rubber boot should pretty much fall out through the hole and down. So now the plate comes right out, and the boot, I'm pretty much gonna just push it through that hole, and as you can see there's the transmission below. So yep, just gonna push it through. So now the last thing is to remove the two bolts holding this bracket together, and the entire shifter assembly should be free. Make it last forever. Okay, so now as you can see, the entire shifter assembly is loose and ready to be dropped. So the transmission is officially free and ready to go. The engine is pretty much ready to go as well. So all that's left in the front are the strut towers and the brake lines. However, I'm just going to leave those as they are right now, because I don't want the strut towers to be hanging inside of the wheel wells while I'm dropping the engine. And also it gives me a little bit of a safety in case the transmission drops too fast. I have the strut towers holding everything to the chassis still. So that's always nice. And as far as the brake goes, I don't see the point of disconnecting them right now. All that's going to do is make a mess, and it might induce more air in the system if I let it sit for a few days. So I'll just do that the day that I actually drop the transmission. So now I'm gonna remove the wheels and maybe get some stuff done around the rear diff, because that's gonna have to go as well. It's not connected with the rest, however, but it has to come off at some point, so I might as well just do it now. Let me show you. So the diff could come separately, but maybe I could take everything out at once, just like in the front. So I'll just be undoing those bolts and the struts and then the rear subframe. So everything could come off nice and easy, and the sway bars as well. So yeah, I think I might shoot for that instead of doing the diff first and then the side, the knuckles, and then the subframe. So here's the current state. I've got a bunch of plastics and heat shields out of the way. So now I have full access to the rear subframe and to the diff. I also loosened the sway bar attachments. I won't remove them for now because I don't want the sway bar to be hanging down, and I don't want to remove it completely either. So that's gonna be this for now. And here I noticed something weird. See this, there's a height sensor, right height sensor here, and if you look on the side, it's really tilted. If there's, my hand's pretty much vertical right now, and you can see that it's almost, what, 20-30 degrees tilted. So I don't know if this is normal. To me, it doesn't seem normal, almost like this attachment point should be on the other side of the bracket. But it doesn't look like anybody's ever touched it. So if you know anything about this, please let me know. I don't want to be I don't want to be driving with something crooked under here. I've checked the other side and there is none on this side, so I can't compare them. But there is one in the front, and that one is pretty much straight up. So that lets me believe that this is wrong. So yeah, again, if you know, please let me know. And otherwise, little hiccup here. When this car is stuck, there is a bunch of plastics covering the lower side of the chassis up to here. And so I wasn't able to place my lift on the chassis. I had to put it here. But now that I need access to those bolts, I need to move my lift over to the right, the actual lifting point. And that sucks because I have to put the wheels back on, drop the car, and then do it all reverse. But I think I'm just gonna do it for now, real quick, and then that should be, and then that's it. Okay guys, so that's gonna be it for today. I'm sorry if that was a bit shorter of a video, but I'm waiting for an engine hoist to finally arrive so we can pull the transmission and the engine out of this car. Today we still got quite a lot done. We disconnected the shifter, got the transmission ready to go, and we even started in the rear. So all that's left is pretty much the brakes and the struts, which we will do in the next episode once the engine hoist arrives and we can finally pull everything out of this car. I'm so excited to be doing this because the sooner we get them out, the sooner we get to work on the GC8. But until then, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. If you did not, let me know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. Also, I just made an Instagram account. It is called SwissTuned, just like the channel. So if you want to see content before it comes out on YouTube, please go and follow me there. Otherwise, thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate all your support and see you in the next one. Peace out.